take the screen out, right? So full screen of the presentation. Do we have to have that activated?
It just stays on top of the screen. But I have put it down the side, so it's most likely will not come out the code. So this out.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming. Do we know what we're getting here together today for? To get visas?
To understand.
Yeah, I've got lucky draw, 5 visas in my pockets. Who bids the most, the highest bidder gets to take 1 permanent and 4 temporary resident visas. Who wants what? Alright, all good. What do you want? What's your bid? What's your bid? How many $1,000? What's the starting? What do you think? What do you think? Just give a guess. What do you think the minimum would be? Just a guess. Just any number that you can think of.
I can only think of one that
Smart answer. But no. People are charging up to $50,000. I still don't guarantee visas. Alright, we're here today to talk about the new visas that have been introduced in November. 16th of November, Department of Immigration introduced some new visas. They also took down 2 visas, one from the skill category, the other one from the employee category. And they introduced 3 new visas, technically introduced 3, but the 3rd one is going to come into effect in the year 2022. So there is a 491, which is under skill, that came into effect on 16th November. There's a 494 under employee category that came into effect on 16th November as well. So both are temporary visas. And the 3rd one is a permanent visa, which is 191 under skill category, but does not come into effect until 16th of November 2022. So 3 years. Okay, so we know about the visas. We do. Does anyone know anything about those visas?
No, 191.
No, 491, 494.
Yeah, not the 491.
Yeah, what do you know about 491?
So if we get the visa, like we have to stay 3 years in a regional, with like annually $54,000. So after
With super, without super?
I'm not sure about this.
Okay.
I think without super, 54. So we have to be like 57, I guess.
Yeah, whatever the super, the 9.5% comes out to, yeah. Yeah.
Suppose we have to stay like 5 years.
Are you asking me or telling me, sorry?
No, I'm just asking.
You're asking, this is a question, whether you have to stay 5 years or less or more. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, we come to that. Good enough, yes. Most of the information, what you said, is correct.
Yeah.
And yeah, the last bit, we can put more light on that. That's not a problem. Okay, so are we all on student visa?
No, I'm in TR.
405.
Yeah.
Anyone else on 405? You're on 405. I'll charge you more money. 457. What occupation? Chef. You're working in your field? So you're thinking of applying for a permanent visa soon?
Yeah, I've already finished 2 years.
Yeah.
So
TRT stream, mate. TRT. 186. Good option. Chef? Good option. Good option. Will work. We can talk about that in detail. Okay. About the studies now. Who's studying what? Just quickly.
I finished nursing.
Nursing. And she's nursing.
Yes.
She's ACU.
Yeah.
You ACU too? Okay, ACU
I
nursing.
completed before her 1 month ago.
That's good. How come?
Just like with the place. Yes.
The placement can be a bit of a hiccup here.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't have dates, sometimes you don't have places
Yeah.
available at a particular workplace. So aged care hospitals, is it a mix or only at one workplace? Or like an aged care for how many weeks?
It's 80%.
So every year it's different?
Yeah.
Every year it's an aged care or a hospital, primary care center, home care involved as well?
Community care.
Community care, okay. Yeah. Anyone else studying a different course? Accountancy, my favorite. Who else? You too, because you're shaking your head.
Hotel management.
Hotel management, bachelor's of hotel management.
Yeah, but I haven't completed.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. So the norm is we come here, study on a student visa, finish our studies, comply with the conditions on the visa, and then go on a TR visa, 485 visa. Depending upon what occupation and what level of studies we've completed or completing, we get 485 visa for different durations. So if someone who has studied a 485, studied a diploma, hospitality, with Cert 3, cookery, and Cert 4, cookery. How long the visa is gonna be?
1.5.
2 years.
1.5 years.
1.5 years, 2 years, mixed answers?
2 years.
2 years? Okay. And for a bachelor's? Minimum 2 years. Unfortunately, diploma holders, someone who has done a diploma level study, they only get 1.5 years. So it is not. So someone who's done a bachelor's level or above gets a 2-year visa. 485 has 2 streams: graduate work and post-study work. So anyone who's done bachelor's and above can apply for post-study work. No skills assessment required, just general easy application. For someone who's doing undergraduate stream, they have, it's a 1.5 year visa, they have to have an evidence of skills assessment being applied for, and other relevant requirements have to be met at the time of application. And is English required? What band? 6. Individual or overall? Who said that? My dear accountant, that's very good. That's good, that's correct. Okay, so we understand what 485 is like, and then think, what after 485? Because it's not a permanent visa, right?
Yeah.
What is the purpose of coming on a 485? To collect points, to get experience, and then get points, and do what? Get points and then apply for permanent visa. Yeah? What are you studying on? Masters of Management for engineers. It's NASA types, huh? High level. Good stuff. Where are you studying? CQ. Enjoying it? You've completed. Was it good? Okay. So you still a student or a 485? 485. Okay. Good. What is your plan for the permanent?
That's right.
Yeah, that's fine. That's the whole idea. Everyone's here for that, to get information about it. But you must have thought something about it. What to do, what not to do. Could have a bit of an idea of how it works.
Basically, I'm trying to collect more points.
How?
By PTU.
Okay. And collect more points and then do what?
If I can collect like around 80 points, then I'll apply
For PR?
yeah,
Okay.
from here. But if not, then I'll apply to go.
Regional. Okay. Apply for PR. That's the best thing, isn't it? What if you can't apply for PR? What do you do? Go back?
Just race. It's an easy one. It's an easy one.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, student.
No, otherwise you have to form the sponsor.
That is what this presentation is about. The new visas that has been introduced is to make people take the opportunities by going into regional areas of Australia, and for taking such a step you can be awarded extra points, and those extra points that have come in effect also apply to the permanent visas, the 189 and 190. Okay. So we did a bit of an overview of how and what visas are there. We know the permanent visas are 189. Who knows 189? Yeah? And there is 190. These are two permanent visas. So what is the difference between the two?
One is skill independent, another is sponsored.
Which one's independent?
189.
Independent. And this one?
So skill state sponsor.
State. State nomination. Does all the states give nomination to all the occupations? No. Accountants on the list? No. Which state has accountants on? Tasmania? Northern Territory? NSW? Victoria? So, what does independent mean? That means you have no nomination from any of the states. You have to do everything on your own. That means you have to have enough points of your own, like yourselves, in your pocket at the time of application, at the time of invitation, expression of interest, so that you get invited. Yeah. So some of the all the points vary for different occupations. What are the favorite occupations? What's your name? Sisam. Yeah, so you're my favorite today. So Sisam, what is the points for accountants currently sitting?
Minimum 65, but they are getting invitation in 90.
Is she correct?
90 or 95.
90 or 95. Yeah. So how do you get 95? That's a tough one, right? So if you don't get 95, what do you do?
There's no office.
There are. There may be.
There may
That's
be,
why
but it's
these visas come in handy. The 491 especially. 491 is under skill. This is under employer. Like I said. So two new provisional visas introduced 16th November. Skilled worker provisional 491 and skilled employer regional 494. A third new visa will be introduced from 2022. Like I said. Yeah. For a person who holds either one of them at the time of application. It's a permanent resident 191 visa. Okay? So if after your 485 you are not eligible to apply for permanent residency and you do not want to go onto a student visa, if possible, then you can look at these options. You know, it clearly says here, regional, keyword, regional definition. So to simplify, anywhere in Australia except Melbourne, Sydney, Gold Coast, no? No, Brisbane, yes. So these three cities, everywhere else is. You taking photos? $10 for that. Employers in regional areas as well as state and territory governments who sponsor regional skill migration will have access to more occupations. That means a bigger list, more occupations, which means giving a lot more people the opportunity to go out and live and use this avenue and live in the areas. Two benefits. There's possibility that you may get a visa. Second is they don't push people out. This crowded metro cities. That's one. So there has been a shuffle of postcodes as well. Which postcode is included, which is not. They've done some great work in that outside. they've actually put in some of the suburbs which were not previously included, like Pakenham. Pakenham is included in the list. Officer, Clyde are included in this list. Anyone living in Southeast? Who lives, where do you guys live? In the north or the west?
North.
You in the west? North? West? North. So nobody lives Southeast. Maybe a good idea to move there, no? Don't know, no clue. See what is better for you, what helps you, because everyone's circumstances are different. What's your circumstances that make it different from mine, from him, from hers. So moving to officer may suit you, but may not suit her. She has to look for other things. Okay, applications for the new visa will have access to more points for regional nomination sponsorship. There's priority processing. Require holder. Okay, this is very important. Who said 3 years living? You said right? The holder and their families. If you have family, married, not married, girlfriend, partner, kids, all of them must live, work and study in a regional area for 3 years. So if Clyde is a regional area and if I live in Clyde, can I work in Dandenong? I must be working in the regional area. I can work in Pakenham. Doesn't have to be necessarily Clyde because it's still in the regional area. Okay, report of any change of circumstances.
So, live, work and study. So we have to study 3 years or is it like just any?
If you are studying. If you are on this visa, on 491 visa, you're required to live there for 3 years. You're required to work for 2 full-time years. It doesn't require you to study, so it's up to you. But should you choose to study something,
So if I study there like 1 year, so I'll get the point or no?
the points test you have to meet before you make an application for this visa, not after. Afterwards, fine. So you'll be asked, if you are asked to attend an interview at the office to provide more information, you've got to do that and just stay in regional area. That's what 491 is about. So going in detail now, it replaces the 489.
Like we have to work like as our occupation or?
I'll come to that. This replaces the 489 visa, 2 pathways. Like it said, you can have a state territory nomination or a family sponsorship. What does family sponsorship means?
Like someone citizen of the holder,
Yeah.
so they can give a sponsor.
Okay. Any requirements for the sponsors? To be Australian citizen or permanent resident? Yeah. Or anything else? They have to have a relation? Yes. What sort of relationship is acceptable? Father, mother, brother, sister,
Uncle.
uncle? What uncle? My dad's friend? Acceptable?
No.
Then what sort of uncle?
Blood relations.
Blood relation, first uncles, your mother's brothers, your father's brother. That's it. Blood brothers. If they are their father's cousin, not acceptable. Anyone else? Cousins. First cousin. Stepchildren. First cousin can do it, stepchildren can do it. So if you have a first cousin who lives in the regional area, they can sponsor you.
So they need to be in a regional area.
That was the third requirement. Australian national or PR,
Living.
relative, relationship, and living in regional area. Okay. Required to declare that all applicants have a genuine intention to live, work, and study in a designated area. 5-year visa grant period. Once granted, valid for 5 years. Does the bus stop there? 5 years. I can relax now. No, yeah. There are conditions on it you have to abide by, which we discussed here. More rigorous regional compliance framework. So you have 8578, 8579, 8081 are imposed. Bless you. There you go. These are the conditions. 8578, notify immigration change of circumstances in 14 days. 8579, live work study only in designated. 858, if requested to do, provide evidence within 28 days. 8581, if requested to do, attend an interview. They might even call you for an interview. Okay, what's the application procedure? You have to lodge an expression of interest. Who here knows what an expression of interest is? You're taking a lot of photos. I'm going to send you a big bill. Who knows what an expression of interest is? Please help me. Any what? Job post. Yeah, okay.
And then you write like explain why you want to start or
Exactly. This is expression of interest in general. But expression of interest in terms of visas is that you make an application with the Department of Immigration, exactly like that. You give them your profile and you tell that this is my occupation, and then you say I want to apply for 491. These many points I have with him. That's how you do it. Okay? So if you get invited after that, you know how the employer calls you, oh, I like this profile, call this person for an interview. That's it. So you get invited by a Department of Immigration, you can then make an application. Do we know what bridging visa is? We all know, right? We all would have taken maybe once or twice. No? You know it?
yeah.
So in this situation, when do you get a bridging visa A? At the time of making expression of interest? Yes, no? Or don't know? Say don't know. Okay. At the time of getting an invitation? Yes? She thinks yes. And or at the time of making an application? How many say making an application? How many say invitation? You said it already. How many say EOI? So the key point here is at the time you make an expression of interest, till you are invited, till you make the application, you have to be on a visa of your own. You get bridging visa A only after you make the application, visa application. Do you know what I mean? If you are in 485 and it's expiring in 1 month and you make an EOI, if it doesn't get if you don't get invited in a month, that means your visa, you need to find an alternative. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So pay the fee, whatever, under 45, occupation on the skill list, competent English. What is competent English? Huh? Say it louder, guys. You guys haven't had breakfast today? Who hasn't eaten? You're in there. Patience, eat all your brain. Okay, meet the points test. And then you become eligible for 191. Okay, points test. Very good. Nomination sponsorship were required. So previously it was, the current point was 5. Okay, for 190, which is permanent visa. Okay, for temporary visa, nomination by state or sponsorship by an eligible relative, 10 points at the verb, which is current as in previously. The new points, you get 5 extra points. So if I have a relative who lives in a regional area, I get 15 points instead of 10. Boost. You have a relative? You said you look a bit excited there.
No, I don't have anyone.
You don't have anyone?
Pretty sad.
Sorry?
Pretty sad.
Well, it's not sad. That means you have to do everything on your own.
Yeah.
There's nothing sad about it.
We still have to struggle a lot.
Sorry?
We have to struggle a lot.
Everyone
Like
does
if
it.
you are
Yeah.
single, so you will get the 10 point better than.
But if you're married,
if you are single,
No, you can get 10 points
Yeah.
if you're married.
nah.
But
If you
yeah.
are single, you will get the 10
are you
point.
trying to suggest that she's single?
I can see she told like she don't have anyone. Okay.
No. I'm just saying about relatives.
Really?
I think we should
Relatives,
stick
you
to.
know.
No, we should not go on people's marital status. I'm just joking. It's okay.
I'm
It's
just
all
saying
good.
like a-
No, no, fine. All good, mate. Okay. Coming to the age, we all know between 18 and 25, and then 25 to 33, 33 to 30, now 40, 40 to 45.
So how the age is calculated?
How is
Like
it-
completely when you have completely?
So look at the first one. So if you are under 18, you get no points.
No,
You cannot.
just a quick one. If you have completed 25 or like you will be 25 next.
When you complete 25, you complete 25.
Not less than, but no.
So not less than 26. Once before you turn your 26th birthday.
So before 26, so you have to complete.
So before you hit your 26th birthday, you're technically 25, right? What's your date of birth?
1996.
So let's say 1st January. Okay? Just hypothetical.
Let's say November.
May as well tell me.
November.
Which November?
Till your birthday, 26.
So on the 26th of November,
Yeah.
2016, you turn 20. Am I correct? Say it with conviction, Linda. So on 26th of November 2019, you turn 23.
Yeah.
So on 26th November 2021, you turn 25. Yeah? Yeah? So if you make the application on 24th November 2025, sorry, 2021,
You get 20,
how old would you be?
25.
That's it. She just doesn't like me going too fast, is it? Please? Alright, everyone understand how the age works? Yeah? So you have to come on that date. That's when you turn a certain age.
Is it?
I'll rub it before you ask more questions about age. Okay? English, we know proficient, we know superior. How many points superior? We should all know this. If someone gives me a wrong answer here, that is end of the presentation. What is superior in English? 8. Okay. Are you sure?
I don't know.
You sure? 8?
Minimum age.
You think? Okay. Yeah, that's correct. Skill employment. If you have employment in your field, 1 year Australian work will give you 5 points, and so on. There's overseas work experience also considered at times. So depending upon what occupation is and what how much work experience you've got. Qualification. We're all studying Australian qualification. So diploma, 10 points. Bachelor's at least 15 points. Who's studying diploma? Here. You finished a diploma. So you would get 10 points. You studied a diploma, you get 10 points. You studied a bachelor's or studying?
Yes,
Still studying? Almost done?
Subjects.
So next year?
Yeah.
So you will get 15 points
Yeah.
if this doesn't change.
Yeah.
Okay? Specialized education, you get extra points. You get 5 points for studying in Australia. So is it for just bachelor holders or diploma holders too? Everyone. Minimum is the Cert 3, Cert 4 level. Specialist education, masters, doctor by research, some of your categories. Other factors, if you have community language, Nachi, 5 points. We know that. Partner skills, interesting. So currently you gotta have a skill partner, you get 5 points. The new system says if you have a partner who has an competent English is 6, you get 5 points. If you have a skills assessment, a skilled partner and competent English, you have a partner. Why does it take so long? Does the information go somewhere else to answer comes back? Or you don't want, or I'm asking too much personal detail?
No, I'm
Thinking about food. You're not thinking about leaving him because single gets 10 points. Singles get 10 points. How many are singles? Not that I'm interested, just curious. Anyone single in this room? Just you? Wow, amazing. Everyone's hiding. No point of telling why.
No point of hiding, you know. Like,
So you didn't raise your hand, did you?
no, because I'm not single, that's why.
Sorry. Sorry.
Okay. Professional year for 12 months.
So partners split 43%.
Yeah, Karen is 65.
Like
You have a partner? What is his qualification?
Yeah, actually, I'm in
You're a partner. What is your qualification?
bachelor's
Yes, administrations. If you can find an occupation for you would be on the basis, general occupations. If you can get a skills assessment done for your qualification and work experience, if you have, you get a skills assessment. We all know what skills assessment is, and then we can use that. That will plus English. You get 10 points. If you can't get skills assessment, you can only get English. You get 5 points. Your husband, let's say husband can take 5 points. That's how it works. Okay. Now we've discussed everyone's marital statuses here. Move to the next one. We've discussed this. Employer. If you have an employer, bless you, if you have an employer who's willing to sponsor you and the employer is in regional area, you can use this pathway of 494. Anyone familiar with employer visa except you, my friend? What's your name? Santosh. Santosh Thapa. You know you're on 457, so you know how the employer thing works. Anyone else know about employer visa? Employee visa category. There are 2 visas: permanent and provisional. Provisional is was 457 before, which is what you were on, and then it got changed to 482. And there is another one which is come out. It's called 494. It came out on 16th November as well. One of the permanent visas got culled, which is 187, which is permanent residency regional area. That ended as well. So you have to have an employer who is willing to sponsor you. They have to. It's a 3-stage process. Employer makes an application with the Department of Immigration for sponsorship. They say, I want to become an eligible sponsor to sponsor someone, to nominate someone. Once that happens, you go to the nomination stage. Employer makes another application to the department that I want to hire him as a NASA scientist. Just example, okay? So as a NASA scientist, and they have to meet certain requirements that they can't find this person locally because his skill set is way too good. And you cannot find, you've tried looking, you put job ads out there, but you couldn't find anyone as suitable as he is, so that's why you want to nominate him. And then he, my friend, makes an application for the visa based on that nomination. I'm doing one case after launch tomorrow. Reminds me. So then he makes an application with his skills. So there is employment contract involved, there is salary involved, there is reason for nomination involved, and a fair bit of work. Okay? So if you have an employer, it's worth going through and checking with them. If your employer is in regional area, this may be the one for you.
Can it be,
So what document? Sorry.
Yeah, tell me.
for nursing as well, or?
Yeah, could be anyone, any occupation that is on the list for 494. There's a separate list for 494 visa. List of occupations for 494 visa.
So how do we find the
It's up there. It's out there. So these are some of the transitional arrangements for 484. May not be relevant at this stage. So there's no direct entry RSMS, that's done. Okay. So there's a list, I can't find it here right now, but there's definitely a list for 494, which you can go and find the information on. Okay? Just don't have much time left. What's your name? Nikki. Would you not have said? You knew I would make a mistake. You stop sitting next to her.
She says she's green. That's why I said that.
Quick points test for you. English.
I did 7 at least.
That's it. 8. Have a very hard. I'm sitting in an institution and you're gonna get 7. They're gonna cancel your enrollment. How many points for 8 English? Qualification? What have you studied? Bachelor, how many points? How many points for studying? Australian qualification. Okay? That's all you have at the moment?
I got 5.5 from my husband.
So?
You competed English.
Competent. Don't tell me 5.5 is
No,
competent.
6. 6.
So you can't get it. So if you have a skill, let's say, so now from here, what are the extra points you can get? So A is spouse, I move it to here. If your spouse gives 10 skills assessment, plus English, yeah? 10, or single gets 10. What else? What else? Professionally, it does not really apply to all of you. So we'll keep that on the side, please. It applies to you? Yes. So, PY, let's say. I don't want to upset you.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, what else?
See, Yes.
Australian skills assessment. You don't get point for skills assessment. It's a mandatory requirement. But so the three major requirements that you have to meet for a skill visa. Points test, skills assessment. If you don't have skills assessment, you cannot apply expression of interest. Right? What else?
Work experience.
Let's say Australian, because you will be in Australia. So 1 year. What else? Relative? Nobody has relatives, right? We discussed that. If you can get a sponsorship by state, nomination by state. For a 491. How many points? 15. 491. 491 is a temporary visa. What is for 190? So let's see, what do we get to? So the 30 plus 20, 50 plus 15, 65 plus 5. This is what you're sitting at NICKEY. What is it? 70. In order to jump and get high points, this is an easy way. This is an easy way. That's 15 points. 70 plus 15 is sitting at 85. Happy you. This does not apply to you. This can be a bit tricky. This is good option for your occupation. But the states have requirement of, Victoria state has requirement for, they're nominating nurses, but have requirements of work experience. But 491, do they have any requirement for work experience? What do they ask for? You got to have a job offer in a regional area that you will be given a job for at least 12 months. That's it. So if you work at Casey Hospital, Casey is done that way, isn't it? And so, yeah, Casey is that way. And if it falls in the regional area and you get an offer letter to work for 1 year, you can use this. So this one was 70 plus 15, 85 plus 15. How much? 100. Nobody has ever touched 100. You'll be the first one. You are not like
So what about my workplace is in regional area? If I move, fine.
Yeah, it's done. Please. All done. Okay? So, see what your options are. Work hard and get there. Okay?
What if someone has been sponsoring for accounting from last 1 year?
You look at employee pathway. That's very true.
So what's the 494 and the 482? It's different.
482 is employee visa temporary, provisional. 494 is employee visa provisional.
So what's the document requirement?
What's the difference?
Different.
494 is regional.
Regional. So 482 we can apply
Anywhere in Australia. Regional, no regional, doesn't matter.
So what's the requirement document requirement?
Yeah, we just discussed. They have to show that there is genuine need. They have to show financial documents and VISAS and statements. There's a lot. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it.
So one more question. Sorry.
Sorry, it's not a question. Yeah.
If they go to regional and then it is some like
Once you get 491 visa, you have to live there for 3 years and
Yeah.
work full time. Does it has to be? Does it has to be in your nominated occupation, or it could be anything, but full time work? Must be nominated.
Yeah.
Anything, right?
Are you going there right now?
Right now.
All right. See you later.
Anyways, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Excuse me.
Can you provide some reason why 189?
What do you want? You're working study. What we can do? Don't have enough time today. We can book a time. You've given your details on the piece. What's your name? Durba. Yeah. So we can start doing we can do a consultation period and we'll take it from there.
So my name is February 0. Some start in English. So what's happening for me?
We can do a little bit for C, or a little bit for TR. Working there. We can probably talk about it in person and later on, not today.
So you have an office number, so I can take the person.
I'll come here. I will come here.
So
My name's Mark.
We're gonna write you guys an email so you can respond and then we can start booking calendar after that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys.
Can I ask one question?
What is it?
I have just got my skill assessment certificate from TRA. I'm going with my PT exam. So I have just done diploma. My uncle is in Victoria. So he sponsored me when I came here. My uncle.
Where does he live?
He lives in Portland. So like, it is like some people telling me I need to drive around. I need to go to countryside if I had a say. So we need to.
Your occupation and what your circumstances are. Book a time, Terry, we got that, and then we do that. Alright? Thank you, mate.